Hello and welcome to Prospect Global. If you have not subscribed, we'd love to have you join us. A tourist visa, often referred to as a B2 visa, is a non-immigrant visa. It's designed for individuals who wish to enter the United States for a temporary period. It lets you visit the U.S. temporarily for tourism, allowing you to explore the country's diverse landscapes and vibrant cities. It also facilitates family visits, enabling you to reconnect with relatives and loved ones residing in the United States. Or, it can be used for seeking medical care, providing access to specialized treatments and healthcare services. When you enter on a tourist visa, you're promising to return home after your visit. This is a crucial aspect of the visa, demonstrating your intention to abide by U.S. immigration laws. The visa only lets you request entry at the border, it doesn't guarantee it. Ultimately, it is up to the Customs and Border Protection Officer to determine your admissibility. A green card, officially a lawful permanent resident card, means you can live and work in the U.S. permanently. It grants you the right to reside in the United States indefinitely. Green card holders can travel freely, allowing them to leave and re-enter the country without jeopardizing their resident status, although there are some limitations on extended absences. They can work anywhere, pursuing employment opportunities across various sectors, and sponsor family members, helping relatives obtain their own green cards. The key difference is intent, the purpose for which you are entering the United States. Tourist visas are for temporary visits with the intention of returning home, while green cards are for permanent residents, establishing a life in the U.S. Switching from a tourist visa to a green card is a major legal change called adjustment of status. This involves a complex legal process with specific requirements and eligibility criteria. This process must be done carefully and legally to avoid serious problems such as visa denial, deportation, or even a ban from future entry into the United States. Adjustment of status lets you apply for a green card from inside the U.S. rather than returning home, which can be a more convenient and efficient option for some individuals. The U.S. government is strict about honesty in your intentions at entry. Misrepresenting your true intentions can have severe consequences on your immigration record. This guide will explain the legal ways to go from tourist to permanent resident, providing you with the information you need to navigate this complex process. There are no shortcuts, just established legal pathways. Following these pathways is essential for a successful and lawful transition to permanent residency. Entering the U.S. on a tourist visa opens a door to experiencing American culture and life. But what happens if you decide you want to stay longer, or even permanently? While it's not possible to directly apply for a green card simply because you're here as a tourist, certain life events or circumstances may unexpectedly make you eligible for permanent residency. It's crucial to understand that you can't just apply for a green card on a whim. You need a qualifying reason recognized by U.S. immigration law. The main pathways to obtaining a green card from within the U.S. generally involve close family relationships, a legitimate job offer from a U.S. employer, or seeking asylum if you qualify. Marriage to a U.S. citizen is often considered the most direct and fastest family-based route to a green card, with the significant advantage of no waiting for a visa number to become available, streamlining the process. However, other family-based categories, such as being the spouse or child of a green card holder, or a sibling of a U.S. citizen, unfortunately involve potentially very long waits due to annual limits and backlogs in visa availability. Securing an employment-based green card typically requires a U.S. employer willing to formally sponsor you, usually only after they have demonstrated to the Department of Labor that there are no qualified American workers available and willing to fill the position. This entire process can be exceptionally long and difficult, especially for individuals who initially entered the U.S. as tourists, but it remains a possible avenue for those who possess extraordinary abilities or qualifications that are highly sought after. Seeking asylum in the U.S. is a legal pathway specifically designed for individuals who have a well-founded fear of persecution if they were to return to their home country. This persecution must be based on their race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group. It's critical to remember that asylum applications generally must be filed within 1 year of your arrival in the United States. If your asylum application is ultimately granted, you become eligible to apply for a green card after residing in the U.S. for 1 year in asylum status. Navigating the complex landscape of U.S. immigration law requires careful attention, as each potential path to a green card comes with its own set of strict rules, specific eligibility requirements, and necessary documentation. Marrying a U.S. citizen can open doors to a new life in America. It's a significant step, not just personally but also legally, especially when it comes to immigration. For tourists or those on temporary visas, marrying a U.S. citizen is often the fastest way to obtain a green card, granting permanent residency. This path offers a more direct route compared to other immigration avenues. As an immediate relative of a U.S. citizen, you are given priority. This means you don't have to wait for a visa number to become available. Unlike many other categories of immigrants who face lengthy waiting lists, you can apply to adjust your status to that of a permanent resident right away, provided you entered the United States legally. This legal entry is a crucial requirement for adjusting status within the country. The process begins with your U.S. citizen spouse filing Form 1-130, which is officially known as the Petition for Alien Relative. This form establishes the familial relationship between you and your spouse. Simultaneously, you, the foreign national, file Form 1-485, the application to adjust status. This application formally requests that USCIS change your immigration status to that of a lawful permanent resident. These two forms can be filed together in one comprehensive package, streamlining the application process. This concurrent filing can save time and expedite the overall procedure. It's essential to include supporting documents with your application. Most importantly, a copy of your official marriage certificate. This document serves as primary evidence of your marital union. You must also provide ample proof that your relationship is genuine and not solely for immigration purposes. This evidence is vital in convincing USCIS of the legitimacy of your marriage. Proving that your marriage is genuine and bona fide is absolutely crucial to the success of your application. USCIS scrutinizes these cases very carefully. USCIS maintains a strict stance against marriage fraud and will thoroughly investigate any suspicions. Penalties for fraud can be severe, including deportation and legal repercussions. Acceptable evidence includes joint leases or mortgages, shared bank account statements demonstrating commingling of finances, a collection of photographs showcasing your life together, and sworn affidavits from friends and family members who can attest to the validity of your relationship. After submitting your application, you will be scheduled to attend a biometrics appointment at a USCIS Application Support Center. Following the biometrics appointment, you and your spouse will be required to attend an in-person interview with a USCIS officer. During this interview, the officer will ask detailed questions about your relationship, probing into various aspects of your life together. The purpose of these questions is to confirm that your marriage is legitimate and not entered into solely for the purpose of obtaining immigration benefits. If your application is approved, you will be granted a green card, signifying your status as a lawful, permanent resident of the United States. However, if you have been married for less than 2 years at the time of approval, you will receive a conditional green card, which is valid for a period of 2 years. Before the conditional green card expires, you and your spouse must jointly apply to remove the conditions on your residency. It's important to acknowledge that the entire process is paperwork-heavy and requires meticulous attention to detail. Despite the complexities, the process is generally straightforward provided that your marriage is based on genuine love and commitment. To ensure a smooth and successful outcome, it's crucial to be honest in your responses and thorough in your documentation to avoid any potential issues or delays. Other family relationships can lead to a green card, but usually involve long waits. U.S. law limits the number of green cards for these categories, so you may wait years or decades. The process starts with your relative filing Form 1-130 for you. You must maintain legal status while waiting, which is hard on a tourist visa. Overstaying can make you ineligible to adjust status. Most people in these categories must return home and complete the process at a U.S. consulate. The main exception, parents of adult U.S. citizens, age 21 plus, who can adjust status immediately if already in the U.S. for everyone else. Long wait times make adjusting from a tourist visa impractical. Staying legal is essential to keep your options open. Getting a green card through employment while on a tourist visa is very difficult. A U.S. employer must sponsor you for a permanent job and prove no American can fill it. The process, perm labor certification, I-140 petition, and waiting for a visa, can take years. Tourist visas are short-term, so it's nearly impossible to stay legal throughout. Overstaying disqualifies you from adjusting status and can trigger re-entry bans. Exceptions exist for people with extraordinary abilities, EB-1, outstanding professors, or certain executives, but standards are extremely high. For most, this path isn't practical from a tourist visa. If you qualify, consult an expert before starting. Otherwise, consider other legal options. Asylum is for those who fear persecution in their home country due to race, religion, nationality, social group, or political opinion. You must apply within 1 year of arriving in the U.S. on a tourist visa. File Form 1589 for yourself and eligible family members. The process includes biometrics and an interview where you must tell your story and provide evidence. If granted asylum, you can stay and work in the U.S. After 1 year as an asylee, you can apply for a green card. Asylum is a serious legal process. Don't apply without a valid claim. Bring a lawyer and interpreter if needed. This path is a lifeline for those in real danger. Changing from a tourist visa to a green card is complex and risky if you make mistakes. Misrepresenting your intentions at entry can lead to denial for fraud. The 90-day rule means applying for a green card or marrying within 90 days of arrival raises red flags. Overstaying your allowed time leads to unlawful presence, which can trigger bans on re-entry. Immediate relatives of U.S. citizens may have some forgiveness, but most do not. Only licensed attorneys or accredited representatives can legally help with immigration cases. Avoid notarios or unlicensed consultants. Use official government resources like the USCIS website for accurate information. With honest intentions, careful planning and expert help, you can navigate this process. Be patient and stay informed. Your dream is possible if you follow the rules. If you found this guide helpful, please like, share and subscribe to Prospect Global for more insights. Thank you for watching.